Hey y'all, this is Brian from Large Family Homestead. We're going to show you how to build a stair railing today. Pretty simple. Took us about 4 hours. We're just kind of doing a mock setup here. We're just kind of holding it in place, see what we want. Now we're measuring out for the first support. That's a 4x4 we're going to put in there. We're going to measure and notch out the top step there. So the 4x4 fits flush up against the stair stringer back there. Once we have our notch cut out, we're going to fit up our 4x4. Should fit nice and flush up against the stair stringer underneath. Now that we got the notch cut out of that top step. We're going to use carriage bolts to attach the 4x4 to the stair stringer. Got our holes marked. And we're going to drill out the holes for the bolts. We're going to use our first 4x4 as a template for the second set of holes and the second support. Save a little bit of time. So then we're going to drill one top hole there. And we're going to put our carriage bolt in the top hole and then level it out before we drill our second hole. And we'll put our bolts in, recheck for level, and secure everything up. Now we're going to get our 2x4 supports on the first step there. And we're going to do kind of the same thing we did with the 4x4s. We're going to notch out that bottom step so the 2x4 is flush with the stair stringer. And we're not going to use carriage bolts here. We're just going to use regular deck screws to go in here. And this all was done months ago, so it did hold up. Everything worked really great, and we'll show you that at the end of the video. Alright, now we're going to get ready to attach our bottom support. We're just marking that up so we can cut the angles properly. Then we're going to toe nail that to the 4x4 there and attach it to the outside of the 2x4 at the bottom. That gave us a lot of support there for that 2x4 and that 4x4. It tied them together really well. Now we're going to measure for the top rail or support, and we measured out about 32 inches. We wanted our railing to be somewhere around 34 once we add that support right there that we're putting on. There's going to be another 2x4 that goes on top of that, so we'll get almost, you know, about 1 3/4, 2 inches more over top of the 32. So we'll be just shy of 34 inches on our finished rail where you're actually going to be holding on to the railing. So we're going to mark this before we take it off so we don't have to remeasure everything. We're also going to mark the overhang, because you want your railing to overhang your top support as far as the front step is there. You can see that front step overhangs a little bit. We want our top support to overhang a little bit and our railing to overhang a little bit. So once we get that cut, we're going to install it much like we did the bottom support. Except for the overhang, that would be the only thing that will be different there. Once we get that all lined up, we can put that on, attach it to the outside of the 2x4, and again, toe nail it to the 4x4 up top. Now we're going to measure for our rail, our actual top handrail. And that's just going to be really just simple. It's just going to be a 2x4. And we're just going to cut it at the same angle as the overhang there. And line it up top with our 4x4. We're going to use a miter saw for that. It's a little easier to cut those angles with a miter saw. And as you can see, lines up really nice. That's our top rail. So that's going to finish off that side once we get that rail on right there. Now we did wind up, there was a little overhang, there was it didn't match up down there at the bottom, right? You can see me moving it back and forth. We did wind up moving that whole 2x4 over a little bit to line everything up. But it wound up lining up really nice once we were done. We just had to move things around a little bit. This side's just a copy of the other side that we've already completed. So you basically just do it all over again like you did the first side. All the angles, everything should be cut exactly the same. And here's our completed railing with little Abby. As you can see, the railing's holding up great. If you'd like to see more of these videos, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.